7 pregame picks. We are live here from Eagles Stadium. The Eagles are at home this week playing the Waynesville Tigers. The Eagles are 6-0 and the Tigers are 0-6. So we'll see how this one shapes out tonight. We're going to bring you our pregame picks here presented by Central Bank, and we're just going to get right into it. I'm Brady Richer alongside my partner Carter Zaromsky and sideline reporters DK Nelson and Zoe Ward. Our first game we got here is Willard versus Webb City. Willard is 1-5 and Webb City is 4-2. I got Webb City taking this one home 35-7. I've said it a lot this year. I really like their run game, and I think they're well coached, especially to have discipline to compete with a team like Nixa. I think that they're going to be able to easily win this game.
I agree with Brady here. Webb City has been a great team here in the COC, a great competitor, and I have them beating Willard 42-14.
And just the same as these guys, I've liked Webb City. I've liked what they've been able to show going into the late games of this season. I've got them winning 42-7.
I have Webb City over top 35-7.
Now, what I think is going to be the game of the week, I got Republic taking the trip to Carthage. Both of these teams are 5-1, and their only losses are coming to Nixa. So one of these teams is going to have 2 losses after this week. I got Carthage winning in a nail-biter, 28-24. I think Carthage is more of a complete team based on what I've seen from them so far this year, and I think they're going to just edge it out at the end and be able to win this game. But it's going to be a good game for sure.
This is definitely going to be a very intense game, going to the wire. But I do have Republic winning 35-28. I feel like they're the better team, especially with star quarterback Preston McCracken.
And I've got Republic winning this one on the road. Even though it is a long road trip for them, I think they have what it takes to be good going down towards the state playoffs. I've got them winning 28-21.
The Republic coach is 1-4 to the Carthage coach, so I think Carthage over Republic 35-31.
Now Ozark taking on Glendale, another good game. Ozark's on the road in this one. I got Ozark winning 21-14 in another one-score game. Although I took Ozark last week and they did not win. They lost by a lot. But I really like Jet Easley. He had over 200 yards last week and 3 touchdowns, and I think he's going to produce enough offense to beat a team like Glendale, who I think is more on their caliber than Lebanon, who they played last week. So I got Ozark going on the road and taking down Glendale in this one.
Like Brady said, Ozark did lose pretty bad last week, and because of that, going against another around the same level team, I have Glendale winning 20-17.
And like Brady said, picked Ozark last week. For me, I did too. Ozark, not really too friendly to me last week. I've got Glendale winning 35-24.
I have Glendale over Ozark 28-21.
Now moving on here, Kickapoo is traveling to Lebanon. That's a long road trip for them. Kickapoo, we watched them last week. They're 0-6 and Lebanon is 3-3. I have Lebanon taking care of business 49-14. I think it's just simple. I really like Lebanon's coach that they have there, and I think they're just an overall better team, and they're going to handle Kickapoo pretty well.
Lebanon has definitely shown signs of improvement, and like Brady mentioned, their coach is great as well. So I have Lebanon winning 20-7.
And I've got Lebanon off of a big win against Ozark and Kickapoo. Their team hasn't really shown as much as I thought they would and haven't had a win yet this season. And I've got Lebanon coming off another big win, taking care of things at home 35-7.
I have Lebanon winning 42-14.
Now Joplin traveling to Neosho. Neosho has become a really great team around the COC this year. They definitely changed their identity. They're 5-1. Joplin, who's usually known for being a dominant team, is 2-4. So these teams kind of flipped the roles this season. I think Neosho is going to get it done 28-21, but Joplin has been in this place before, and they know how to compete with good teams. So I think they're going to keep it close there. But I think Neosho, from what I've seen so far this season, I think they're contenders and not pretenders. They're legit, and they're going to take this one home over this Joplin team.
Neosho has definitely been a dark horse in the COC. As we've seen, they've been very dominant, and I have them winning 35-21.
Like these guys said, Neosho kind of coming out of the blue here, just kind of went under everybody's radar to start the season, and then they jumped up pretty quick. And don't get me wrong, Joplin is a really good team, but I think Neosho has what it takes to win in 35-28.
I have Neosho winning 21-14.
Now for the game you guys have been waiting for. Waynesville takes a long road trip to here where we are, Nixa. Waynesville's 0-6 and Nixa is 6-0. I think Nixa takes care of business 49-7 here at their home turf. you kind of noticed these past couple of games where they've scored a lot. Once they get to 49, that they start putting the backups in. So I think that's how it's going to go tonight, and I think they're going to take care of Waynesville pretty easy and move to 7-0.
The Nixa backups have also been really great in these games, as we've seen with, Joshua Ford scoring in our last game. So I have Nixa absolutely handling business here at home, 63-0, shutting Waynesville out.
Like Brady said, kind of bringing in the backups at 49, which has kind of been the baseline for halftime scores for Nixa in these last couple of games. But I feel like with Nixa's JV kind of clicking a little bit more in this season, getting some varsity reps, I think they're going to be able to get points on the board as well. And I think Nixa's going to be able to break that 49-point barrier at halftime, winning 63-7.
I have Nixa winning 63-7.
So there you have it. There are our pregame picks here for Week 7. This game's coming up around here in maybe a little under an hour. So from Brady Richard, Carter Zaromsky, and you'll hear from DK Nelson and Zoe Ward throughout the game. We'll see you guys in the booth.
Save one. It doesn't matter. They all sounded good, so just save one mic. Someone put these two. Run those to the truck.
Oh, let me turn these.
Mic check. Check.
It's a time when we like to say thank you for giving us the memories that you have given us the last 4 years, and wish you are the best as you move along to your college career or whatever path you take. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce, starting with the cheerleader seniors. First senior is Sharika Biswas. Sharika is escorted by her mother, Koshiki Uchari, and her father, Sumutra Biswas. Still deciding where she will attend college, but she plans to pursue a career in medicine through a pre-med track. Favorite cheer memory is from her freshman year when her team earned first place together. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharika Biswas. Our next senior cheerleader, Kylie Crabtree. Kylie's escorted by mother Sarah Crabtree and father Joe Crabtree. She is undecided on where she wants to go to college. Her favorite cheer memory is driving up to state basketball game last year. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Kylie Crabtree. Our next senior cheerleader, Nevaeh Hallmeyer. Nevaeh is escorted by her mother, Lacey Hallmeyer, and her father, John Clark, and Aunt Sarah Hallmeyer, and Nana Tina. She plans on continuing her cheer career at Mizzou, majoring in sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, Nevaeh Hallmeyer. Next senior, America Hughes. America is escorted by mother Felicia Hughes, father Ryan Hughes, and sister Kiara Hughes. She plans on attending Oklahoma State University with a major in pre-veterinary medicine. Her favorite memory is the bus rides to all of the games and the competitions. Ladies and gentlemen, senior America Hughes. Next senior cheerleader, Cameron Martin. Cameron is escorted by mother Courtney Martin, father Chris Martin, and brother Caden Martin. She is planning to attend OTC for 2 years, studying radiology. Her favorite cheer memory is praying as a team before going out and competing on their routine. Ladies and gentlemen, senior cheerleader, Cameron Martin. Next senior cheerleader is Ava Newberry. Ava is escorted by mother Jenny Newberry, father Brian Newberry, brothers Aiden Newberry, Caleb Graham, brothers fiance Amanda Kay. Ava intends on to attend Mizzou and pursue a career in nursing. Her favorite cheer memory is winning first place while on the competition team her freshman year. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Ava Newberry. Our next senior cheerleader is Ryland Robinette. Ryland is escorted by mother Brooke Robinette, father Aaron Robinette, brother Reed, and sister Renly. She plans on attending the University of Arkansas. Her favorite cheer memory is the bus ride back after regionals her freshman year. Ladies and gentlemen, senior cheerleader Ryland Robinette. Our next senior cheerleader is Tyler Treat. Tyler is escorted by mother Kelly Treat and brother Grayson Stankowitz. Her plans are to attend the University of Central Florida with a major in neuroscience. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tyler Treat. Next senior, Kinley Sunday. Kinley is escorted by mother Crystal Sunday, father Paul Sunday, and brother Presley Sunday. She's undecided about where she is going to college, but her favorite career or her favorite cheer memory is blasting music and singing on the bus to and from her sophomore year. Ladies and gentlemen, our final senior cheerleader, Kinley Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, the next crew we'd like is the dance team. And we have 3 seniors on the dance team. First senior is Maddie Janucci. Maddie is escorted by parents Randy and Kyle Janucci and sister Rosie Janucci. Maddie wants to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and major in elementary education. Ladies and gentlemen, dance senior Maddie Janucki. Next dance senior tonight is Hannah Shores. Hannah is escorted by her parents, Megan and Chris Shores. Hannah will be attending Pitt State University to study political science and continue on to law school. Ladies and gentlemen, dance senior Hannah Shores. Our final dance senior for the night is Gabrielle Faith Stanmeyer. Gabrielle Faith Stanmeyer is escorted by her parents, David and Jennifer Steinmeier. Gabby's favorite dance team memory is going to state championship football game last year and supporting the Nixa Eagles and her Nixa dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Gabrielle Faith Steinmeier. Ladies and gentlemen, our next group of seniors is JROTC. Our first JROTC member is Mason Aldrich. Mason is escorted by his dad, Dan Aldrich. He is already enlisted in the U.S. Air Force to serve as an intelligence analyst. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Mason Aldrich. Next senior is Houston Bohannon. Houston is escorted by his mom, Cassidy, and dad, John Bohannon, and sister, Ella. He has already enlisted in the Army as an airborne ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Houston Bohannon. Our next JROT senior is Adele Carter. Adele is escorted by her mom, Chastity, and dad, Ryan Carter. She is already enlisted in the Army National Guard as a military policeman. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Adele Carter. Our next senior, Cooper Cates. Cooper is escorted by Brian and Sarah Cates. Is already enlisted in the Army to serve as a network communications specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Cooper Cates. Our next senior is Morgan Johnson. Morgan is escorted by Vince and Lori Johnson. Morgan plans to attend the University of Arkansas Empower program and study animal science. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Morgan Johnson. Our next senior, Dalton Jones. Dalton is escorted by Terry and Tiffany Jones. Dalton plans to attend the University of Missouri and major in astrophysics. I could barely say that, Dalton. Congratulations. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Dalton Jones. Our next JROTC senior is Henry Malone. Henry is escorted by parents Dan and Sarah Malone and brother Ben Malone. Henry plans to attend OTC and study welding. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Henry Malone. Our next senior is Connor Markham. Connor is escorted by Jimmy and Rachel Waters. Connor plans to attend OTC to become an automotive technician and enlist in the Army National Guard as a helicopter mechanic. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Connor Markham. Our next JROT senior is Kaysen Plute. Kaysen is escorted by parents Ryan and Lauren Plute, brothers Colton and sister Kyra. Kaysen plans to attend OTC and then Missouri S&T to study civil and structural engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Kaysen Plute. Our next senior is Zachariah Prater. Zachariah is escorted by Dad James Prater and Mom Amanda Plunkett. Zachariah plans to attend Missouri State University and major in business administration. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Zachariah Prater. Our final senior for the JROTC program tonight is Callie Winsler. Callie is escorted by Michael Winsler and Ariana Winzeler. Callie plans to attend OTC, and then Missouri State University pursue a nursing degree. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Callie Winzeler. Ladies and gentlemen, our last group of seniors is the Nixa Live broadcast crew. Our first senior is Eli Ziska. Eli is escorted by Andy and Rachel Ziska. Favorite memory is bus rides to football games with Nixa Live. Eli's plans after college is to attend the College of the Ozarks. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Eli Ziska. Our final senior of the night for the Nixa Live broadcast crew is Alex Taprick. Alex is escorted by Ashley and Simon Taprick. Favorite memory is sitting in the press boxes with everyone before Evangel games. Alex's plans after high school is to attend college for vet med and continue golf career. Ladies and gentlemen, our final senior of the night, Alex Taprick. Well, there they are, folks. We've all been there. We've all had kids there. We're so excited that we could do this on a Friday night under the lights. Thank you, seniors, and to all of those enlisted from JRTC, thank you for your service. We appreciate that so much and cannot tell you how proud we are that we get to call ourselves Americans, and thank you for serving our country. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce the cheerleaders here in about 5 minutes. Thank you again, seniors. It's football 2025.
Welcome in. I'm DK Nelson. Thank you guys for watching the 2-minute drill, and thank you guys for tuning into our pregame show. Joining me today is Darius Maringi,
Yes, sir.
defensive line coach for the Nixa Eagles. Darius, I'm going to ask the first question. 2 minutes is going to start on the clock. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Darius. Played at Kansas and then played in the UFL. Obviously, a lot of experience with high-end coaches. How are you going to implement that to the Nixa team?
I'm just gonna come here with energy, make work on fundamentals, get into the ball, get into the quarterback, and just playing with effort. Play fast, play physical, and play smart. My three coaching points. As long as we play with energy, everything will be good. Everything fall in place.
And that was something that you were known with, being a physical defensive line player, get into the quarterback, get in tackles for loss. And like you said with that, playing physical, those are your 3 points. How do you feel like the team has gone throughout the year building up?
Oh, great. They have been coachable since I've been here. They willing to learn. They take my coaching points and they do the best they can to do that. And I really appreciate that. I feel like God sent me here for a reason, and they making it easy for me. So to just go out here, have fun. I practice with them sometimes. I go out here and do drills with them, hit the weight room with them. And we have a great group here, a great team actually. Like, this program is great.
Yeah, and like you said, first year here, and they're very coachable. Was that kind of surprising to you coming in?
Yes and no. I mean, I have a mentality about me, like, if Like I demand greatness, not greatness, but I demand max effort. You know what I'm saying? As long as you give them max effort, you're gonna improve. You know what I'm saying? If you go hard at something over time, the work is gonna show. You know what I'm saying? So if we out here training every day, if we drilling work for 6 weeks straight, it's gonna show. You feel me? So the way I see it, by the time it come playoff time, we won't have a finished project, but we'll have a product that has been, you can see has matured and see has developed over time.
All right. And Coach, as we hit the end of our 2 minutes here, what do you want to see out of the team, like you said, going on towards the playoffs for the rest of the season?
Just playing fast and physical. I want to be known for a physical, fast D-line. That's what we're going to be. When it comes playoff time, we are going to be known for that. We're going to be known for being disruptive. We're going to play in the backfield, and we're going to hit your quarterback. We're going to get to him. So that's what's going to happen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we'll see you on the field.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Zoe Ward here with the Senior of the Week.
Caden Flood.
Caden, what do you do every week to prepare yourself to perform your best every Friday night?
I like to get a good night's rest. It's all about the sleep and recovery. After a hard practice, especially Tuesdays, it's important to get a good sleep and recover, and watching film is important too.
Yes, I think sleep is very beneficial. Like, you need all the hours you can get. What is a goal that you have for your last season high school career?
I want to get a D1 offer from a Division I school.
Yeah.
And for this season, goal is 4 sacks, and I think the goal I made was 18 TFLs for the season.
Nice. It looks like you've got it covered, what you want. As a student athlete, how do you divide your schoolwork and your athletics equally?
It's all about the way you schedule it. I have a notebook at home, and I have each hour of the day for what I should be doing. So I have my school, then I have foot practice, then at each hour it's all about football or all about school. It's not a whole lot of free time for my own work.
Yeah.
But you get what you get.
Right.
And so yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah. So you do journaling. I'm guessing with that, that's part of journaling. Would you tell other student athletes to do that as well?
Yeah, I would highly suggest it. I mean, it keeps you on track, and it's hard to lose your focus if you have a notebook to tell you, hey, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
And keeps you accountable for the future.
Okay, well, I'll have to tell people that. As a senior, where do you plan to go after high school?
So I want to go to college, play football, and I have some college I'm talking to, some colleges I'm wanting to go to.
Yeah. What are you planning to do in your future, career-wise?
I've been looking at architecture and possibly creating a business out of that.
Okay, cool. As a senior, now what everyone wants to know, what is your favorite memory with the team?
Beating Lee Summit. That was my favorite memory. It was the first time I got to be in a really big game, because we were in the playoffs and we're playing Joplin. That was really important. That was my first time starting a football game.
Yeah.
And Lee Summit was going and playing a crazy good team, playing a really talented team, and that win against them was just amazing.
Yes, I really do think that was a really cool game. I was there and I actually loved watching it. It was amazing. Well, thank you so much. We can't wait to see you on the field this Friday.
Thank you.
A cool night here, and we welcome you to the booth. I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Carter Zaromsky, and the Nixa Eagles are taking on the Waynesville Tigers at home. Nixa is 6-0, Waynesville is 0-6, and we'll see how this one shapes up here tonight. Nixa, had past few games, has had some explosive offensive performance, led by, I think, Jaden McCaster. He has scored 10 touchdowns in the past 2 games, and that has been a big success for them recently. Carter, what do you think has uplifted their offense these past couple weeks?
The offense has definitely been on fire, especially with the run game. The run game has gone really well, and not only with Jaden McCaster. We saw that Joshua Ford touchdown last week. That was very well executed. He was able to escape, kick up his defense, and get towards the touchdown. So the run game is definitely very stabilized, as well as the pass game, as we've seen with receivers such as Carter Mabe. Him and McKnight's connection has been phenomenal over these past few games. And also, Randy Flint on offense. Not something we expected to see a lot, but he's been taking more offensive snaps recently, and it's proving to be really great for Nixa as he has quite a bit of touchdowns.
Yeah, Randy Flint has seen a lot more time on offense, playing more of a two-way role where he has gotten 3 interceptions this season. One of them returned all the way back for a 93-yard pick six, and 2 more just are regular turnovers, but still producing offensive and defensively where he scored touchdowns as well. Now, flip it around, we're going to talk about Waynesville. Waynesville is a new coach this season, first-year coach Dalton Hill. He has some coaching background and football background as well at numerous colleges, and he went to high school at Mark Twain. So very knowledgeable guy in the football realm, but he has not been able to bring them a win yet this year. In his first year, one of the things that he really preached was culture. He wants to build that culture. Not this year necessarily isn't about being the best team out there, but coming together as a team and building a firm kind of pillar to build off of for the seasons coming up.
Absolutely. Waynesville has definitely had some struggles, but he said, a coach said that if, you can establish that culture and really show your players your culture and they take that into, their own lives, and he thinks that's a win rather than on the field. So he says, they've been winning off the field as well, and they continue to get their football program going better coming into the COC.
Yeah, and he also mentioned a lot about his run game. He wants to see a lot of that tonight out of Waynesville against the Knicks. He thinks establishing a strong run game at the start of the game can definitely set the tone, open up around the field, or open up more offensive plays for sure in the ground. Because you have to have a run game and have a pass game. You have to have that fear of the run to be actually pass the ball. And that's something I think Nixa has definitely improved on this season. Instead of just running, they have been able to pass the ball. Like you mentioned, Carter Mabe has been a real threat this year. Owen Locke hasn't really come up these past couple weeks, and Randy Flint. And I think Nixa's doing a great job kind of having variety in play calling and keeping the defense guessing.
And one thing is, that kind of sneaky run with either Adam McKnight or Jaden McCaster in that Wildcat formation. Yeah. I believe in one game, I don't remember which, but Jaden McCaster had 2 touchdowns from the Wildcat formation, and I believe that was versus Lebanon, and he was just able to get to the sideline quickly. So those tricky run plays and then the QB keeper, that's definitely been able to trick some of these other defenses and get yardage and even scores.
Yeah, and to talk about the Nixa defense here for a second, their defensive line has done a lot better in pass protection, in my opinion. They've been able to get to the quarterback. Saw it last week. They were able to apply pressure, and they were not able to get a lot of passes going, besides that one touchdown they had near the end of the game. But other than that, they've been getting a lot better pressures on the quarterback. Right now, their sack leader is only 2 sacks, with Caden Flood being the man there. But I think their pressure and pass defense has definitely gotten better. Now, run game could still improve for sure, but I think they're definitely getting better week by week as they come together as a group.
Yeah, the D-line and linebackers have been slowly working for each other, and some standout guys have appeared, such as, Caden Flood, Weston Weldon. Those 2 guys have been definitely leaders for stopping the run game. I believe Weston Weldon leads the team in tackles, definitely been a great linebacker, and Caden Flood, main guy, able to get up there and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, along with setting the edge, they've been doing really well with that recently. Something that teams like Webb City were doing really good is they'd run a quarterback option, and he'd see the edge open up and just run around the defense, and no one was there to take him down. And I think after that game, just a switch flipped in them during film. Coach Richardson definitely preached it, and now they're able to get runs around the edge. They're able to stop them, and securing tackles, which is something they really missed with in the first couple weeks, was missing tackles and wrapping them down. Now they're getting them down securely, and they're able to get the tackle. So we'll see you guys in around 15 minutes. We're going to get the national anthem here. The Eagles are going to run out, and we'll see you back in the booth in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, anytime we are asked to pay homage to the greatest flag on earth, we are happy to do so.
If you served, thank you for your service, and thank you for your family members who served as well.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove cover as the Crimson Corps Marching Band plays not yours or not mine, but it's our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, they do a fantastic job. The Crimson Corps Marching Band, we will see them at the Reliable Chevrolet halftime show. Thank you, Mr. Finger. Do a fantastic job for sure. Hey, we'd like to take a minute. We'll be working hard for us. The cheerleaders, the Nixa High School cheerleaders. We're going to start with the varsity. Varsity cheerleaders, Paxton Adams, Sharika Biswas, Gabby Bulkey, Kylie Crabtree, McKinley Crisp, Shelby Frank, Maya Gammon, Tatum Grant, Nevaeh Hallmeyer, Carolyn Hines, Carolyn Hesh, Lucy Holgate, Reagan Huff, Danny Ippolito, Addie Kinder, Autumn Cassie, Tatum Kafarnas, America Hughes, Mackenzie Lewis, Cameron Martin, Sophia McLeod, Ava Newberry, Rylan Robinette, Lily Sellenrick, Tyler Stankowitz, Madison Storm, Kinley Sunday, and Blair Wright. Head coach for our varsity cheerleaders, Sydney Jenkins. She is assisted by Mary Hepler. Now the JV cheerleaders, Luke Bailey, Cassidy Bodenstein, Layla Carpenter, Kylie Cook, Abby Etheridge, Zaylee Gosney, Ashlyn Johnson, Harper Catt, Kiara Cruz, Haven Lee, Scarlett Mai, Mia Peebles, Jordan Russell, Isabel Tate, Layla Young, and the JV cheerleaders are coached by Brooke Harris. Thank you, ladies. They do a fantastic job every week. Ladies and gentlemen, Nixa High School is one of two in the state of Missouri that supports United Sound, which is a class that brings instrumental music to students with special needs in partnership with current band members. The mission of United Sound is to use band as a vehicle to build relationships that resonate. Tonight, we have some of our United Sound musicians on the field as they join in playing the Nixa Fight Song.
Hello everyone, we are live here from Eagle Stadium in Nixa, Missouri.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the toughest playing field on any given Friday night, the state-ranked, undefeated, undeniably power-packed Nixa Eagles.
We are live here from Nixa, Missouri, under the lights here on this beautiful Friday night. Here you see the Nixa Eagles running out onto the field. We're around 7 minutes away from kickoff. The Eagles are ranked number 1 in the state by many media outlets, top 5 if not. And they are here tonight taking on the visiting Waynesville Tigers. Took a long road trip to face the Eagles here tonight. Nixa's coming off a couple big wins and some dominant offensive performances where they have truly shown that they are the best of the best. If you're just now joining us, I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Carter Zaromsky. Carter, how you feeling?
This is definitely going to be another game like we've seen the past 2 games, run up the score in the first half and then let the, JV guys come in that second half. And it's just a great opportunity for everyone, to get their chance to play.
And we welcome you to the booth. I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Carter Zaromsky. Nixa's here tonight, and we'll see how this one plays out. Like you were mentioning there, they were able to run up the score these past couple games where they have definitely looked dominant, and Waynesville has not looked like the best team, but that's not what they're looking for this year. Like we mentioned there a little bit before, the teams ran out. Their coach is all about building culture, and that's something he wants to build off in these next couple of years as he's in his first year as a COC football head coach. And Nixa here is just going to keep trying to prove their point in their dominant historic year that they're having. And last year they had that state run, and this year they're just looking like an even better team. In my opinion, they've had the hardest schedule, I believe, in the COC. These first 4 to 5 games, they played Republic, Carthage, Webb City, Joplin. They kind of ran through the gauntlet, but now here they're playing these, weaker, lower-end COC teams. And how do you think that affects how they tackle on the rest of the season going on in the postgame?
Definitely going into that postseason, facing a lot of those weaker teams, like you said, kind of, makes you think, oh, it's going to be easy, but it's not. And, going into that, you might have a bit lower expectations, which can definitely trouble a team. So the number one thing for Nixa is that they need to give it their all. They need to know that it's not going to be easy after the regular season. As soon as the game against Glendale and then going into those district games into state, it's not going to get easy. It's going to get harder playing some of those, schools from Kansas City, schools from St. Louis, those Class 6 teams that are very good as well, and then getting to that state championship possibly. It might not be the easiest thing to do as well. So Nixa definitely needs to, watch their ego here and be able to realize that they're going to have to face some of those good teams eventually.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look here at the Waynesville captains. Number 77, Devontae Martin. Number 73, Jackson Shahan. Number 8, Jeremiah Frigg. And number 12, Ryder Wells. They're going to be leading the Waynesville Tigers tonight, along with Coach Dalton Hill. And Nixa is led by John Perry, and captains are Jaden Russell, Braden Comkey, Jackson Cantwell, and Noah Wood. We are just over 3 minutes until game time. So these teams are preparing to head out for the coin toss. See what happens there. Here they come. Now we head to the center of the field. As they shake hands and get ready for the toss. We've seen lots of teams elect to take the ball if they win the toss against Nixa to try to set the tone early, get going on the offensive side. Just over 2 minutes until kickoff. Here's a look into midfield.
Captains for the Waynesville Tigers. Number 8, Jeremiah Frigg. Number 12, Ryder Wells. 73, Jackson Sheehan. Number 77, Devontae Martin.
Here are the captains there once again from PA announcer Eric Michelle.
All right,
we're going to send it down to the field for the coin toss.
Coin is the head, state logo is the tail. State logo is the tail, writing is the head. Need you to call heads or tails. Need you to repeat his choice, and we'll let the coin hit the ground and read it where it lies. What's your call? Tails is the call. It is a head. Okay, you've won the toss. You want to defer. Nixa has won the toss. Choose to defer to the second half. You want a ball then? Okay, which way do you want to kick?
Let's kick to the clock.
Kick to the clock?
Kick to the clock.
All right, red over there, white over here. White one, you get the ball.
And Nixa has won the toss, and they elect to defer, so Waynesville will start with the football here in the first half, and Nixa will get the ball to start the second half. So Waynesville over here, he's going to come out and try to set the tone early here, get an offensive score, and show Nixa that they're here to compete. Kickoff is just underway here in Nixa, Missouri. Nixa special teams unit heads onto the field. Kicking off for Nixa is Jonah Fields. And back to receive for Waynesville is number 6, MJ Green. Friday night football is just underway here. Jonah Fields here to kick it off. Kick down, and Waynesville will receive it at the 40-yard line. And that's where they will set up shop as they come on to the field. They are led by quarterback number 12, Ryder Wells. The sophomore gets the start. And they are going up against a tough Nixa defense that has been improving every single week. One of those reasons is Wyatt Mabe. He's been a great addition here, getting more reps in, getting rotated in by Coach Richardson, and he is here on the field at safety. 2-man and motion. First play is a handoff up the middle, and Nixa stops it for only a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Good way to set the tempo here for this Nixa defense, getting a run stop. And one thing I like to mention is that, already mentioned that Wyatt Mabe was playing safety. Ty Kellis, starting safety, you kind of see him ever around defense. He's currently injured right now. So Wyatt Mabe seems to be filling in the spot for him.
Wells looks right. He's got a man, and he is spun around and forced down by Randy Flint for a short gain, and 3rd down will be coming up for the Tigers early in this football game.
Waynesville definitely had, a decent start to the game, getting the ball on the 40-yard line with a little bit of a pooch kick there. Now it could all end here. The stadium is shaking.
Early in the game, 3rd and 8. Waynesville. Wells will take the snap, and flags fly in in the middle of the field. We will see what that one is.
False start, offense.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and 13 now. Just easier for Nix's defense. They are looking solid to start this game so far.
3rd and long here for Waynesville. One of the things that their coach talked about was their run game, but we'll have to see how their pass game is here if they do opt to pass it here.
Wells drops back. Looks downfield. He's got a man. He's open, and he hauls in the pass. Complete. Down at the 30-yard line, caught by MJ Green.
What a great way to save the drive there. Definitely a beautifully executed pass, and as we can see, he looks for the ball and uses his hands and not his body to catch it with great concentration there to secure the 1st down for Waynesville. Approaching into Nix's territory, looking to set the tempo here early and try to punch it into the end zone.
Huge 3rd down conversion for the Tigers. They got a 1st and 10 here. Run up the gut is stopped immediately, and the ball came out there at the end, and it will be recovered by Nixa for the turnover. The Eagles take over at the 30-yard line after the defensive line was able to punch it out there at the end of that play.
And I believe with the fumble recovery, that was number 7, Reed Wilson, absolute dog on offense. You can see there, number 17, Luke Blevins is able to strip it out.
Him and Max Gradell. They get him wrapped up there, and just at the end, right as he's about to go down, he loses control, and Nixa gets a turnover. Detrimental for Waynesville. They had something going there, and now Nixa has the ball early. McKnight is going to look over the middle of the field for Randy Flint, and it's caught at the 25-yard line, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. 1 play, 1 score, touchdown Eagles.
And there it is again, Randy Flint with another long-range touchdown. Offense or defense, he can do it all. First offensive play for Nixa, and it is a touchdown. Here's the extra point, kicked by Braden Kemke.
Kemke was perfect last week on his extra points. 8 for 8. That kick is up and good, and Nixa will lead 7-0 early in this football game. Forced a turnover to get the ball, and on the first play, McKnight throws a beautiful ball over the middle to Randy Flint. And it seems like just one time every game now they get a connection going.
Definitely not something we expected to see this season. Randy Flint getting quite a bit of offensive snaps. You know, he's one of those standout guys on defense, gets some great coverage, especially that 93-yard pick six. But he can also make great offensive plays like that, and he's an amazing two-way player. And here comes Waynesville's special teams unit looking to restore some of the hope they had from their first drive.
Yeah, and Waynesville had a good pass there from quarterback Ryder Wells, but that fumble there definitely costed them a lot, and especially with Coach Dalton Hill speaking about he wants to establish the run game, going out and fumbling that early is not a good sign for something that you preach to your team. MJ Green back to receive again for the Waynesville Tigers. Fields with another shorter kick here, fair catch at the 20-yard line, and we're going to send it down to the sideline with DK Nelson.
I'm DK Nelson here in Nixa, Missouri, live from Eagle Stadium. I talked to Coach Darius Marini earlier this week about the defense. He said the defense was going to play fast and aggressive, and they've already got a fumble out, forced turnover. Thank you. Back to you guys in the booth.
The sideline report there. Waynesville about to get started on offense, and there's an early flag on the far sideline.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Nixa getting up a little too close on the line there. It's going to give Waynesville a free 5.
There's another reoccurring theme we've seen from Nixa's defense. You know, some of those unnecessary penalties. We saw a lot of that in the first couple games, and it's died down a little bit, but there it is present, and that's definitely something that Nixa needs to work on.
So 1st and 5, Waynesville gets an easy start here to this drive. Up the middle again, and maybe a 2-yard gain from running back Ty Fay.
And there's that run game Coach was talking about. He was able to find the hole and get there. Was only stopped there by Luke Blevins. And now Waynesville has some new hope here on this drive.
And Blevins already making a name for himself here, and is, like you mentioned, Ty Kellis is how he's getting more reps. He's got that forced fumble and a tackle there. 2nd and 3. Rolling out right and dumps it off, and it falls loose, but that one's going to be incomplete as he was not able to maintain possession there.
Nixa's defense showing a little bit more dominance here with the incomplete pass, bringing it to another 3rd down. A bit more closer and manageable this time. So we'll see if the acclaimed run game, as Coach said, will really pay off here for Waynesville.
And it looks like Waynesville is going to use a timeout here with this 3rd down and 3 coming up. They're going to speak this one over. We are just 3 minutes into this first quarter, and Nixa leads 7-0.
We wish that young man back into the game by number 26. And it'll be 3rd down for the Waynesville Tigers.
Coming back out now. It's 3rd and 3 for the Waynesville Tigers, deep in their own territory on their 27. Started this drive with a 1st and 5, but have only gotten 2 yards since then. Screen pass outright is caught by Green. Green turns the corner, uses speed upfield, and gets the 1st down, plus a little more, short of the 40-yard line, but the chains will be moved for the 1st down.
Tackle there by number 7, Reed Wilson, being able to get him out of bounds. And a great executed screen pass there. Wide receivers got their blocks off, and he was able to get past a couple of Eagles there to get the 1st down and more.
And Connor Ross, the fullback there, just had a perfect block, sending his man out of bounds where he couldn't even get to Green, and that's really what opened up that play down the sideline there. 1st and 10 for Waynesville is a give to the back, who gets stopped at the at the line of scrimmage on 1st down. Max Gradell with the tackle there.
And Max Gradell has been another standout guy for this defense. Nixa has 3 sacks on the season, 2 of which are Caden Flood, and the others Gradell, and he's definitely been a star for the D-line. I've talked about him a little bit, but he's great at setting the edge and stopping that run.
Second down and long, and Wells is just going to let this one go, try to pitch it out to his receiver on the screen. I think Nixa might have been wanting an intentional grounding there, but smart play from Wells.
And in comes number 44, Wyatt Isaacson, looking like he's playing more of a defensive line position rather than linebackers. Max Gradell came out. Definitely interesting to see what Nixa will try to do here as Waynesville has a very crucial moment.
3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Wells dumps this one up to his back, and Jaden Russell makes the open field tackle on Ty Hay for the 3rd down stop, and they will be forced to punt.
And another drive not gone well for Waynesville. First was obviously that fumble, and now Waynesville will have to punt here with only 5 minutes passing in the 1st quarter. In the backfield, as usual, Carter Mabe.
And a not so good punt there from Waynesville, only goes for maybe 20 yards, and Nixa will take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. They're going to have some nice field position here.
A great opportunity here for Nixa, like Brady said. Not the greatest punt there. Looks like slipped off his foot a little. Now Nixa is in Waynesville's territory, looking to get the 2nd score of the night.
1st and 10 for McKnight and the Eagles. Give to McCaster up the middle, and he keeps on trucking along past the 30-yard line for the 1st down.
Only the 2nd play of offense for Nixa, and still keeping that momentum after Waynesville's little bit lengthy drive. And here comes McCaster finding that hole, coming off back-to-back 5 touchdown games.
Official timeout here. Looks like they're getting something fixed up on the chains on the far sideline. And they are good. It's under 7 minutes now in the 1st quarter. Nixa is going to hand this one off to McCaster on the edge. He's patient, running, and moves up the middle. He leaps into the end zone. Touchdown, Nixa. Jaden McCaster gets his 1st one of the night.
My goodness, he was able to get past the entire Waynesville defense and do a somersault into the end zone. That'll up the score to 14-0 Nixa. 2nd score of the night. 1st for number 1. Jaden McCaster.
And just his run there, as look at Comkey first. He is perfect on the extra point, but you look back at that run there, and it was just that patient running from him that opened up that play, that vision. That's kind of what sets him apart from some of these other backs, and the reason why he's going to play in college for football here. You know, he gets stopped, he slows down, waits for the run to come to him, and finishes it with a leap into the end zone, and that is what makes running backs like him elite and sets him apart from the others. That vision and patience reminds me a lot of Le'Veon Bell and how he would run patiently behind his blocks.
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking as well. Like Le'Veon Bell, being able to kind of see what's in front of him, that elite vision there that sets you apart from the other running backs. Just, you know, running the ball straight down, but he's able to take his time and make big plays like that. Here, Waynesville will get the ball for the third time, looking to cut the lead here. Nixa 14, Waynesville nothing. Nixa 2 scores on the night already. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first quarter.
Fields kicking for Nixa once again, his third time tonight. There's another short kick to the near sideline. This one will be fielded, and he is eventually forced out of bounds just past their own 30-yard line.
Here comes Waynesville looking to regain some of that lost hope after 2 unsuccessful drives. And Nixa, with their 2 drives, has been able to score on both so far. And Nixa has definitely been very efficient on offense. They haven't had to punt a lot this season, being able to score on almost every drive. But here Waynesville is looking to score.
First and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Fullback in motion. And the handoff to the back is for a minimal gain. But you look at a team like Waynesville, and, you know, they've had a winning record since 2019. It's been 6 years, and they get this new coach, Dalton Hill, who we spoke about a little bit, has a bunch of football background. He played in college at Northwest Missouri State, started his coaching career as an assistant at Mark Twain, and then 2 years at Palmyra. And Waynesville brings them in hoping for a turnaround in the season, and it just seems like it's the same team from last year that we watched. So you hope that they can get something going, as this is just a short run from them on the jet sweep once again. And he believes that they have, you know, the backbone to be successful. They have the talent, but they just need to start putting that together on the football field.
Waynesville does have a bright future, though. It's their freshman team. Their upcoming 2029 class has been performing very well, so Waynesville definitely has a bright future coming ahead of them. But then again, there's that culture that Brady has been talking about. Definitely building that and establishing that can be very difficult. And like Kevin Durant said, hard work fails talent when talent fails to work hard.
They've got a 3rd and 5 here. Once again, quarterback is rolling out right. Wells lets it up over the middle and almost intercepted by Reed Wilson, but falls incomplete. And it will bring up 4th and 5.
Yet another unsuccessful drive for Waynesville, their 3rd of the night. And they'll be forced to punt here. Of course, in the backfield, Carter Mabe, but a great kick and punt returner. And we'll see if the punt is better than last time.
Yes, not a strong punt from the Tigers last go-around. There's a high snap, and it is muffed off his helmet. He's got to get it off, and he is tackled by Randy Flint for a big loss on that punt. And Nixa has excellent field position at the 10-yard line, and that's another self-inflicted mistake from Waynesville.
Very high long snap there, went right over the punter's head. Couldn't quite get it, slipped out of his hands. Went back to get it. Comes Randy Flint, gets the tackle there. And Nixa with amazing field position at the 15-yard line. There are many ways Nixa could punch it in here, so we'll see which option Coach Perry chooses.
McCaster in the Wildcat formation. Brown is the man in motion. McCaster takes the direct snap and is dragged down from the back after a decent gain of 6.
And here comes in number 22, Jax Adams. Nixa looking for more tricky plays here with that Wildcat formation there again. Adams lined up as a wide receiver on the left of the screen. And another Wildcat play here.
Locke is the man in motion this time. McCaster takes the direct snap and walks into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. Nixa moves ahead 3 scores.
There's that Wildcat we were talking, in our little pregame show, definitely tricking up defenses, and McCaster with his elite vision and speed, able to cut through Waynesville's defense. Once again, amazing blocks there from, your line and receivers. And now Nixa is up by 3 scores, and here's the extra point. And the extra point is good.
Kumke's kick is good. And Nixa will move ahead 21-0 on the night.
Only 4 minutes, 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Nixa already up by 3 scores, and there's definitely been a lot of mistakes made by Waynesville here. First was that fumble. Next was the botched punt. And after that was the other botched punt. So it's been a series of mistakes here, very crucial mistakes for Waynesville. And they definitely need to look at that and improve on that in this game if they want to get to the end zone and score.
And here's a look at the Nixa Dirty Birds. Been very supportive all season, helping this team, I believe, helps them be as successful as they are. Look at the band as well, as Nixa gets ready to kick the ball off. AJ Green back to return. Or MJ Green, excuse me, back to return. Once again. Pooch kick from Fields is caught for a fair catch around the 25-yard line. And talking about that fumble, I mean, usually the first drive for teams is scripted, and Waynesville came out and they played that drive perfectly. They get the 3rd down, they throw it deep, and they get the catch they need, and then right as they're approaching Nixa's end zone, they just let it go there at the end, and that's just not a mistake you can make against a high-caliber team like Nixa.
Absolutely, because Nixa is going to be able to get that with the D-line, and the linebackers definitely have shown a lot of signs of improvement over the season. And I believe that's definitely kind of the backbone to a team, not only just the run game, but being able to stop that run game as well.
So Wells has a quick handoff to Hay, the running back, and he is stopped in the backfield for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up for Waynesville.
Nixa being able to stop that run game there is very important. As Coach from Waynesville was able to talk about that run game and praise that, Nixa's defense has been able to stop the run game so far, limiting them and pushing them back. And most of Waynesville's success has actually come from passes, so definitely, got to play to your strengths there a little bit and maybe try a little bit more passing.
Wells looks right, and as an errant throw to his man there, it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 12 for Waynesville after that botched screen pass.
Another 3rd down here for Waynesville. It's definitely not been their strong suit, coming into the later parts of your downs here. And quite a ways to go.
And they have faced numerous 3rd downs this game. Wells is going to chuck one up deep, and it's intercepted by Reed Wilson on the sideline. They're going to say he was in. He got the feet in there. And Nixa gets the turnover on 3rd down and long.
That was definitely quite inevitable there with that deep ball. Reed Wilson was just on that right there. Ball was definitely a little bit overthrown, as you can see, straight to Reed Wilson. and he's able to get it in before falling out of bounds. Nixa with midfield position. 3 for 3 on scoring on their drives. Let's see if they can make it 4 for 4.
I don't even think he was trying to read the field there. Design play to just throw it deep and triple coverage there. High chance you're going to throw an interception in those circumstances. McCaster is giving the ball up the middle, and he still staying on his feet and eventually tripped up at the 28-yard line.
And you can see there he was able to, stop and think there. As you can see, he follows his blocker that cuts right to get quite a lot of yards there. Extra yards, much needed for Nixa. Cutting the yards needed almost by a half to reach the end zone.
He is already having an amazing night. 2 touchdowns and good gains on the ground. They will give it to him once again, and he is still on his feet, bringing tacklers down with him after he finally is brought down, but not before getting the first down.
3 minutes left in the first quarter here, and McCaster has been on fire, like we said, coming off back-to-back 5-touchdown games, and he's had great success here, scoring 2 already in the first quarter. And there are many ways Nixa could punch it in here as they enter into the red zone.
Outside run for McCaster, and he finds the hole all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nixa. Flag comes in late. So we'll check up on that. But as of now, Nixa moves ahead 4 scores.
Flag is placed between the end zone and the 10 and that goal range. And the penalty is on Nixa. Holding on Hayden Mace.
It appeared maybe Nixa might have held a bit there.
All right, we have a touchdown on the play. After the play, dead ball, personal foul, red. Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So the touchdown stands for McCaster, and the flag was after the play, so that will be assessed on the kickoff. Comkey with the extra point. Snap, hold, and the kick is good through the uprights. And Nixa takes the 28-0 lead still in the first quarter, 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. And Nixa dominates Waynesville.
That penalty after the play there, personal foul, thought it could have been, offensive holding. As you know, when you're getting up there with your blockers, it's definitely very easy to hold and just get everyone out the way so your running back can get in there. But like Brady said, that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff here, most likely setting Nixa back a little. And the kick will be moved from the 40-yard line all the way back to the 25-yard line, but that shouldn't be a problem with Jonah Fields' leg as he'll boot it all the way down the field here. Here is Waynesville's fourth drive of the night, looking to score.
Jonah Fields to kick the ball down for Nixa. This one is booted all the way to the 15-yard line and takes a Waynesville bounce where they field it. And he is able to move upfield a little bit, but Nixa special teams gets to him quickly. After that, as Waynesville will take over around the 25-yard line.
Every drive so far for Waynesville has been unsuccessful. Whether it's a punt, we've seen two of those. One was botched landing at the sideline, giving Nixa a good field position. And then one, the long snap was over the punter's head, couldn't quite get it, set back. And the other drive was a recovered fumble forced by Luke Blevins.
First and 10 for Waynesville. Give to the right side of the field, and he is stopped for a short gain.
There's the tackle by Luke Blevins, filling in for Ty Tellis. Been a great player so far. Slowly starting to put himself out there and earn that varsity spot for this year, and will definitely be someone to look out for next year as he is a junior. Here is the next play for Waynesville.
Just under 2 minutes now in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 for Waynesville. Fakes the pitch to the right, and Wells is going to look to use his legs here and ends up going out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
And another struggling play there for Waynesville. Still another 3rd down, and it's been highly unsuccessful except for that first drive where they got that pass, which turned into the fumble there. So Nix's defense hoping to get a stop here. Waynesville hoping to get this first down and get some tempo going.
3rd and manageable for Waynesville. Ross moves in motion. Fakes the handoff, and they're looking for the screen once again, and pressure forces him to throw it out, and it will fall incomplete for 4th down and 4, and Waynesville will have to make a decision here. Looks like they may have called timeout.
Timeout.
Great pressure there by Nixa.
First charge
I believe that was
timeout
number
of the half.
20, Max Nickel. Was able to pressure him, make him throw it away, and results in the 4th down here for Waynesville. Calling a timeout. Might go for it here as they are down by 4 scores.
They are definitely going to have to come up with something here. They got a 4th down in their own territory. Haven't been able to get anything going since that first drive. They come back out from the huddle as we see what they will bring out on 4th down. Nix's defense has been exceptional tonight. They've been getting stops left and right. You know, which is something we expected, but just seeing this out of a team that struggled definitely gives you some hope. The quarterback opts for a punt here, and this takes a little Waynesville bounce and is dead at the 42-yard line. And that's where McKnight and the offense will come out.
Nixa is 4 for 4 on drives to McCaster with 3 touchdowns, and then that receiving touchdown from Randy Flint. It's definitely been great watching the Nixa offense here. They've been chugging along towards the end zone. Let's see if they'll make it 5 for 5 on the night.
Screen pass to Mabe. Mabe follows his blockers and moves up the sideline. Flag flies in, so we'll check up on that. Mabe had a decent gain there of 8, close to the 1st down marker. So the refs are discussing the penalty here.
And the penalty will be on
Offense.
Nixa, holding on
10-yard
the
penalty.
offense.
First down.
Setting us back.
10-yard penalty for Nixa. Holding is, said to be a drive killer. for a lot of teams, but Nixa has been able to overcome it a lot this year. Since they got a good gain there, it will be 10 yards where the play ended, so only first and 12 for the Eagles. McKnight, deep drop back and dump off pass to Scholar Brown as he moves up the field and he's got room. 10-5, touchdown. Scholar Brown will walk into the end zone.
And what a play there from Scholar Brown. Like Brady said, holding is definitely a bit of a drive killer, but Scholar Brown's turned nothing into something. We haven't seen much from him since that last game versus Joplin, but you know, he's definitely sneaky there when you need him most. An amazing play there, able to turn upfield and get the touchdown. And here's the extra point. Kemke 4 for 4 on the night. Let's see if he'll remain perfect. And Kemke makes the kick. 44 seconds left for the first quarter. Nixa already up by 5 scores.
Still in the first quarter, 44 seconds left. Nixa leads 35-0. So they have had a dominant performance tonight. Been getting it done everywhere, defensively, through the air, and on the ground. Everything's been working for them.
Here comes Nixa's special teams unit and Waynesville. Waynesville looking to finally score on the drive here, but Nixa will get the ball in the second half, just a reminder. But first quarter will end soon with 44 seconds left on the clock. Waynesville hoping to get some forward progress here as we head into the second quarter.
It's a good look of the field now. Jonah Fields with the pooch kick once again, and he is clobbered. Somehow stays on his feet once again, and he's still going past the 30-yard line. Took some big shots there and was able to stay on his feet. On the return was David Lupica.
Here comes Nixa's defense, who has shut out Waynesville for the first quarter so far. We've seen some new faces on the field, such as number 17, Luke Blevins, with the forced fumble and some tackles. Been great. And one thing that we talked about was the pressuring the quarterback, and it's definitely been a lot better this game for sure.
Green in motion. Wells takes the snap on 1st and 10, fakes the give, and dumps it off to his fullback, Ross. Ross has room to move and is forced down by Braden Parks for a decent gain on 1st down.
Waynesville with a little bit of tempo here, but the clock is running down. We'll see if they looks like they're going to try to go for one more play here to end off the first quarter.
They head over to the sideline, and they're just going to let this clock run out here. Nixa, after the first quarter, leads 35-0. We'll be back here after a short break.
Air Services is ready to install your ultimate game day upgrade. Make your home the MVP of your neighborhood with Gemstone Lights. Create custom patterns, animations, and colors. Get Gemstone Lights today and take your outdoor lighting game to the next level.
Don't get nervous, call Air Services today.
We are back here for the second quarter of action. Nixa leads Waynesville 35-0. If you're just now joining us, I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Carter Zoromsky, where Nixa was able to dominate that whole first quarter and take a commanding lead. Waynesville has a 2nd and 4 here in their own territory at their own 36-yard line.
Waynesville on that second down, looking to score after being down by 5 scores so far. Definitely not the best drives as they've been stopped countless times.
Pre-snap flag here from the officials that
Dead ball.
flags down
Delay
at
game. Offense.
center field, and delay of game on the Waynesville Tigers. It's a 5-yard penalty for them.
Definitely setting them back quite a bit. A little bit of a drive killer there. Not optimal here.
2nd and long for the Tigers. Now Green moving along the line of scrimmage. Wells looks Green's way, and it's over his head and incomplete. Almost a turnover for the Eagles again.
And it has not been going well for Waynesville as they head to another 3rd down. They have not been great on 3rd downs other than their first play. That one play with the long pass. Waynesville is going to need quite a bit here if they want to score first, get past this 3rd down, and then get all the way down the rest of the field.
3rd and long for Waynesville. They've got to get something going here soon. Wells drops back. He's facing a lot of pressure, evades out right, and he throws this one on the run, and it is out of bounds over the heads of everyone. There's a flag down in the backfield.
Hey, don't forget Eagle fans, Big Mac Snack Attack. Thank you to the Nixa McDonald's. If the Eagles get a sack, it's my win, Eagle and 3 tomorrow.
We have holding. White. Have personal foul. Roughing the quarterback. Red. Those will offset. Replay.
Offsetting penalties there, holding on Waynesville and roughing the passer on Nixa. Those will offset and will replay 3rd and 10 here, but Nixa did a good job getting pressure on that last play.
But Waynesville here has another chance. It's looking like they're going to pass it again. Not much they can do other than that. So let's see if they'll be able to execute this.
Floats this one into the defense, and it's picked off by Wyatt Mabe. This one is ruled a catch on the sideline, and Nixa gets another turnover on the night.
That is the 3rd turnover of the night, the 2nd interception by Wyatt Mabe. Targeted for number 87 there, but Wyatt Mabe is just able to jump and snag that, giving Nixa back the ball to start off the 2nd quarter.
And Nixa will come out with Peyton Cheney at quarterback here. Cheney looks right, and his man hauls this one in as he is brought down. Flag on the far sideline near the line of scrimmage.
Caught there by number 24, Quentin Mace.
We'll look to the white cap and see what this penalty is here.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first.
Holding on the offense. Will be a 10-yard penalty. 1st and 20 for the Nixa Eagles.
Nixa already putting their JV guys in for the 2nd quarter.
That last pass was to Quentin Mace. And another flag here.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Encroachment on the Tigers, so Nixa gets 5 yards of that penalty back for 1st and 15.
And on the field, I see some players playing unusual positions. Number 90, Brennan Baker, the defensive lineman. You might have seen him on the line in the second half, but he is playing tight end right now.
This one is a handoff to Adams, who swivels through the defense and moves forward to the original line of scrimmage for a decent gain. 2nd down and 10 or 9 for Nixa.
Adams is another great running back as well, and he's definitely a very useful tool for Nixa.
Adams, full head of steam up the middle once again, as there's once again another flag. The far sideline. We are just a minute into the second quarter, and there's been a barrage of flags. This one gets waved off by the officials. Coming out again for Nixa, 3rd and 2. First 3rd down they have faced this game. Cheney to Adams. Once again, he gets the first down and is dragged down shortly after.
And here's the first down of the night for the JV squad. Heading up the field, looking to punch it in here. Great job so far.
Adams with another give. Still on his feet, bowling through the defense and up to the 34-yard line. As he has 4 plays, and he is making the most of his opportunities right now. He's got 4 good runs there.
Nixa slowly approaching into Waynesville's territory here. 2nd and manageable.
Adams once again keeps the legs churning upfield and eventually tripped up at the 10-yard line. Gets the first down and more as they are inside the 10 now.
What a great run there from Adams. As we'll look here to the replay, he finds a great hole there. Is able to cut past 1-2 Waynesville Tigers, get the first down and more.
They will ride with the back again, and he waltzes his way into the end zone for the easy score. Touchdown, Jax Adams. He gets his first one of the night.
Nixa is now up by 6 scores. 9 minutes, 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Jax Adams' first touchdown of the night. Here is the extra point by Kemke. Remains perfect on the night. We'll see if he goes 6 for 6.
That is a new kicker, Timothy Mann, out there. His first kick of the night is short there. And with that, we are going to send it to the sideline with Zoe Ward.
I'm Zoe Ward here at the Eagle Stadium. I talked to Caden Flood this week, and he told me if you could tell student athletes one thing to become the best they can be, start journaling. He says it's very beneficial and helps them become the best he can be on the field every Friday night. So back up to you on the booth.
There with the missed extra point, Nixa just holds their lead at 41-0 early into the second quarter. Nixa is up 6 scores.
Here comes the special teams. Waynesville has got a lot to do here. Looking to get a little bit of hope here and try to score. Now with the backups coming onto the field to play defense.
Fields kicking off again for the Eagles. Boots this one all the way into the end zone for the touchback, where Waynesville will come out to the 20-yard line and take over on offense.
Waynesville down 6 scores here. It's not looking good for them so far. And here comes their offense. And mostly starter defense here, as we see people like Randy Field, Jaden Russell, Wyatt Isaacson on the field.
Waynesville remains with their main group. Wells gives to Faye, and he is immediately brought down in the backfield by the defensive line. First one there was number 99, Urban Arnold.
Great play there by Arnold, being able to find where the running back was going and just hammering him into the ground, bringing a 2nd and long for Waynesville.
Waynesville's got to get something going here. It is 2nd and 13, deep in their own territory. Low snap for Wells, and he is going to try to make something out of nothing. He spins off the tackle and still tries to go outside, still on his feet, and slips out of bounds. Huge loss for the Tigers there at their own 5-yard line now.
Waynesville is set back quite a bit now, very close to their own end zone at the risk of having a safety here. So Waynesville is definitely going to have to play pretty conservative, continue that run game to possibly avoid a safety here.
3rd and a quarter mile for the Tigers. Inside their own 5, Wells looks deep, he's throwing in triple coverage again, and Mabe gets his 2nd interception of the night. Big night for Wyatt Mabe.
And that is Nixa's 3rd interception of the night. Wyatt Mabe's 2nd. Oh my goodness. As you can see, he just kind of hurls it downfield to number 87 again. And Mabe just slides in for the ball. And Nixa back in on offense here with the backups again.
And Mabe, just good awareness and ball tracking skills around the interception. Made a sliding catch to get a foot in and make sure that he maintained possession. Adams bursts through the middle of the field again, still on his feet. Keeps the legs churning and is eventually tripped up, but not before he is inside the 5-yard line. Checks Adams is eating up this defense.
Great blocks there from the O-line, and Adams able to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Gets some more blocks off and slips there, not until he gets to 1st and goal. Here comes Nixa at the 5-yard line.
Cheney keeps this one himself and finds the end zone for the score. Touchdown, Peyton Cheney. Nixa goes up 47-0.
That is Nixa's 7th score of the night. And onto the field to kick comes number 40, Timothy Mann. So we will see if he is able to redeem himself here and make the extra point.
Timothy Mann here for the extra point. This one's up and good. And Nixa leads 48-0 now, just almost halfway through the 2nd quarter.
And there, Mann was able to redeem himself. We'll be seeing more of him next year. But now Nixa is up by 7 scores with 6 minutes, 47 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. What a game it has been for Nixa. Now Waynesville come back onto the field for offense, hoping to just get some signs of life here on offense.
Nixa special teams unit comes onto the field. And Waynesville has just not been able to get anything going tonight. We know they lost to Ozark 71-0. And against Nixa, it's just more talented than Ozark. It's hard to walk in here and steal their thunder. Fields with another good kick for a touchback. But just, you know, talking to Coach Dalton Hill over the week, you know, he said to embrace this game as a privilege that you get to play one of the best teams in the state. And, you know, I think that's just how these Waynesville guys have got to outlook the rest of this game. You know, go out there, you're playing football, have fun, and do your best.
Here comes the smile cam. As we look into the Dirty Bird student section. Here comes Nixa's defense. Definitely some more of those backups in. Peyton Cheney at safety here.
Wells to Faye, who runs outside and is stopped for a 1-yard gain. Gradell given the tackle there.
And another great play there by Max Gradell, making it 2nd down for Waynesville. They definitely have not shown many signs of life here on offense. They need to definitely get that rhythm going.
Here's a quick one to Faye again, and finally a positive run for Waynesville as he gets a decent gain there for 3rd and short, as that's just a run up the gut that they have not been able to get going tonight, but finally running in between the tackles works there.
Now it is 3rd and short here for Waynesville, looking to get their first down since their first drive with that pass. Here we go, man in motion.
They ride with the back again, and he is close to the 1st down marker. We'll see where the officials spot him. They've got him short by just inches here. He had to get to the 30 and was just close.
And as you can see there, Nix's defense was able to get stopped there, and you gotta imagine that Waynesville will go for it here, as it looks like that's what they're doing, as it's 4th and inches.
4th and 1, deep in their own territory. Waynesville's got to get something going here as they run a quarterback sneak, and Wells easily picks up the 1st down for Waynesville, finally picking their 2nd one up of the game, and they can get a drive forming here.
And some renewed hope here for Waynesville as they secure the 1st down. Still in their own territory, but a sign of life from the Waynesville offense. 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter with the turbo clock.
One high safety for Nixa. They're going to run this one again. And he is met early at the line of scrimmage for no gain there. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers, as Nixa's big boys up front have been eating tonight.
It's definitely been a great game so far for the backups, as they've been able to get some great plays and forcing Waynesville to not gain many yards and making some amazing plays as well. 4 minutes, 16 seconds left.
Second and long for Waynesville. Wells dumps this one off to his back. Who's going to find some room outside and is dragged down by Peyton Cheney for a decent gain of 5. 3rd down for Waynesville. Here, we'll see what they do. They've been pretty conservative so far this drive.
It's definitely another crucial 3rd down for them. Haven't been the best on third downs up until recently. So we will see what they try to attempt here and if they get the first down.
Wells rolls out right and throws a rope over the middle that is snatched by tight end number 87, Carson Mitchell. First down for Waynesville as they keep the chains moving once again.
A beautifully executed pass there from Waynesville, able to secure yet another first down here on this drive, showing some hope and determination here.
End around to Green. He's going to stop on a dime and move upfield and turn what looked like a busted play into an 8-yard gain.
Waynesville has been doing a bit better on this drive, as we have seen. Even with some of the varsity guys in, still some of your starters in, they've still been able to perform quite well against Nixa's defense.
Second and 2, Waynesville's got something going here. Wells fakes the handoff once again, gives this one to his fullback Ross, who puts the pedal on the floor and moves ahead to the 40-yard line of Nixa. Just past it at the 39 is where they will spot it.
Another first down here for Waynesville. Despite being down 7 scores, they're still determined to get those first downs as they now enter Nixa territory.
Switching it up here with the run. Fay moves outside and tries to cut back in, but is sandwiched by the Nixa defense and brought down. Blevins will be credited with the tackle. So the 2 safeties got him there.
Waynesville continuing to make some good plays here as they get a sizable gain. And here comes the next play, second down.
Lots of motion from the Waynesville offense. Here's another rollout from Wells. Floated over the middle and almost intercepted by Blevins. Somehow found the hands of their tight end, Mitchell, once again. As it will be third and short. He's slow to get up here.
As we can see on the replay, Blevins had it in his fingertips, but it goes just a bit over his head and into the hands of Mitchell, leading to a third and short here for Waynesville.
That's good concentration from Mitchell to be able to keep his eyes on the ball there, even through the contact made by Blevins, and get the catch for his team. Wells, deep drop back. Dump off is almost intercepted again by Blevins. I think he might have taken that one for 6 if he got that one. There's nothing but great turf ahead of him.
Timeout,
and
Waynesville. Second charge timeout of the half.
Timeout is called by Waynesville here. That's their second one of the half with 44 seconds left remaining in the first half. And we'll be back after this short break. Back from the timeout here, Waynesville faces a crucial 4th and 1. They're looking to get their first points on the board tonight against the Nixa Eagles, who have dominated so far. They're up 48-0 here in the first half. They're going to try another QB sneak with Wells, and he will push forward for an easy first down.
Waynesville's going to have to do a lot here to get their first score with the turbo clock. With 39 seconds left with the first down. Nixa up by
Timeout,
7
Waynesville.
scores.
Third and final
Only
timeout
in
of the half.
the first half, and Nixa will get the ball back to start the second half.
Waynesville calls another timeout here to stop the clock after that run they did there, to make sure they have as much time as they can to get going. They've actually formed together a pretty good drive here, mix of run and pass. They've almost had danger, but have been able to escape it with some drops from the defense, and they've been able to go all the way into Nixa territory and almost score here. We'll see how they end it. But this is definitely a positive to look at if you're the Waynesville coach, Dalton Hill, going into halftime. What they did this drive definitely has looked very well.
Waynesville, with 39 seconds left on the clock, has an opportunity here to score and bring a positive to this game, playing Nixa, a very skilled team. And we'll see if they're able to punch it in here and get to the end zone.
Wells has a deep pass. It is once again snatched out of the air by the Nixa defense for the interception. And Cheney was able to get that one there. And there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what that is. But if not, that'll be the 4th interception for Nixa right now as it stands. It's an amazing play to go and hawk that one down.
If the interception stands, it'll be credited to safety and quarterback Peyton Cheney. We got it.
The flag will have no, it won't affect the interception, so.
During the return, illegal block in the back, red, 10-yard penalty, first down.
The flag was after the interception, so the interception will stand. Nixa just has 27 seconds left here.
Half the distance to the goal.
In the first half. They get the ball deep inside their own territory, inside the 10.
And like I mentioned, the interception will be accredited to Peyton Cheney.
Cheney is just going to kneel here, and I think that is going to just run the clock out here in the first half, and Nixa will head to the locker room here. They lead 48-0 over the Waynesville Tigers. They have been everywhere tonight. Offensively, they have dominated. Defensively, they haven't let anything go past them, and they have just shut down Waynesville on all cylinders here. Carter, what did you like from Nixa so far this first half?
Nixa has absolutely dominated, kind of setting that baseline of 49 points at the half, and we will now go to the sideline.
I'm DK Nelson here with head coach of the Nixa Eagles, Coach John Perry. Coach, what did you like in that first half?
Well, it looked pretty good to me. Like, we scored a bunch. They didn't score very much at all. Actually, none. It was a good half. I don't think we got anybody hurt, so it's pretty good.
Yes, sir. Wyatt may have had 2 interceptions in that first half. How do you like the defense so far?
Oh, it was fantastic, right? Like they struggled to get anything going, and we did have a couple of interceptions. We had a fumble recovery, so we had some short fields on offense, scored really fast. It's pretty good. So we got our young guys in early, which was great. So we'll play them some more in the second half.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and good luck in the second half. Thank you. Back to you guys in the booth.
Okay, for that report there from Coach Perry going into halftime, Nixa leads 48-0. We're going to have a little performance from the band here, the dance team, cheer team, and we'll be back in just a couple moments for the second half. Stay tuned for the second half.
Finger, Caitlin Neely, Chuck Neely, Anita Newland, Allison Rose, Liam Wilson, and of course the band Boosters. Tonight, the Crimson Chorus performs their 2025 competition show titled NYC Concrete Canvas. Enjoy having the Nixa Band bring this unique art, music, and vibrancy that defines New York City. The band has participated in 2 contests so far this fall. At the Ozark Marching Festival, the band earned 2nd place in their class and 3rd place overall. And this past weekend at the Bentonville Marching Invitational, the band earned 3rd place in their division and 6th place overall at one of the premier marching festivals in the region. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic job. This Saturday, the band will travel to Missouri State University to compete in the Ozark O Marching Festival. The band performs at 4:15 p.m. and again in the finals competition. Nixa High School is proud to present drum majors Wyatt Adkins, Maddie Janucki, Kinsey Gifford, Dalton Jones, and the 2025 Nixa Crimson Corps performing NYC Concrete Canvas.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2025, Nixa Crimson Tide, fantastic job.
Kids, wow. Wow. You'll see them again, fifth quarter. At the end of the game, they get better and better every week. The band would like to thank Legacy Trucking and Safari Off-Road of Nixa for their continued support of the Nixa Band program. And of course, if you are interested in learning more about the band program, including how to be part of the band boosters, please visit nixabands.net. You can also follow the band program on social media on @NixaBands. Stick around after the game, of course. Crimson Core performs their fifth quarter music review. Fantastic job, guys and gals. Always an enjoyable show to kick off the reliable Chevrolet halftime show. Coming up, the dance team just momentarily. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome to the field the Nixa High School Dance Team. Under the direction of Kayla Warner, head coach, let's meet him. Captain Maddie Janucki, Captain Hannah Shores, Co-Captain Scarlett Lair, Co-Captain Briley Welch, Spirit Captain Maggie Finn, Spirit Captain Sophia Savage, Dance Team member Lauren Ahern, Dance Team member McKenna Capon, Annabelle Clark, Macy Herring, Tessa Kepley, Ella Lindsay, Brylyn Molachek, and McKenna Thebe. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025-2026 Nixa High School Dance Team.
How low can you go? Low can you go? Everybody thought she could. No one thing your mama's ever seen it in her lifetime. Never would have imagined it, not even in her right mind. Practice up under that mirror, now you doing it on the dance floor. Show me how to dance. The high school dance team under the direction of Kayla Warner. Fantastic job, ladies. Hey, heads up, we're going to have a kids clinic October the 23rd.
So you can find that information out on the website to make sure that if you've got a little one that loves to do that and loves to dance, I'm sure they would love that clinic. Again, a kids clinic October the 23rd for the Nixa High School dance team. Coming up, we got some special guests with us tonight. They're a little smaller than average. Nixa Youth Cheerleading is going to do a routine just momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, help me make welcome to the field the Nixa Youth Cheerleading Program. Take it away, ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our future. If that does not make you smile, we have your smile.
Go to Austin Orthodontics. They can help you with that smile. But great job, ladies. Fantastic job. Love to see that. Love to see our programs grow. And that is our future cheerleaders. Great job, kids and instructors. All right, everybody get their dance on. It is the Safari Off-Road Dance Cam. Here we go. Scam. All right, so let's get those babies up there. It's the Simba Cam. It's the Safari Off-Road Simba Cam. Here we go. Raise those babies up.
These precious ones, let's see them. Hey, there's one. There's a big ending.
Now we're looking for all UFC bodies, not KFC bodies. Correction, hype video.
Have it, man. But if you do have it, and it's something that you do want, you're going to have to want it more than anything, because that's the level of the game. all right? There's nobody in the NFL that kind of wants to play football. These people dedicate their entire lives to these goals. Hand off the guy that goes straight through the middle of the field, breaks the tackle, moving up the sideline, 10-5, touchdown, Eagles. Because we drinking my accomplishments, waiting way too long, I'm floating in and out of consciousness, and they saying I'm dead. I don't agree with that. I just take my time without it, but I still believe in that. I had someone tell me I fell off, oh, I needed that, and they want to see me pick back up, but where I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Make a tackle, moving up the sideline out there, near midfield, good block, down the sideline, touchdown. He's got to go with his man, good crowding, Drizzy got the money, so Drizzy gon' pay it, though you brothers, I ain't even got to say it. It's a play to the touchdown, and he will get it.
Good look at the environment here in Eagle Stadium. The Eagles are winning this one 48-0 over the Waynesville Tigers. The second half is just underway as the kick is sent down to the Nixa return team. This one fielded around the 15 as he breaks out right and slips through a couple holes there to get up to the 30-yard line. On the return was number 9, Jameis Thornton. If you missed the first half, Nixa starters, they came in and got the job done. Now the backups came in after they built a little bit of a lead, and they were able to extend it as well, as Nixa has been ahead this whole entire game. Waynesville put together a little bit of a drive there, but at the end of the first half, but they've been riddled by turnovers, 4 interceptions and a fumble tonight for them, and that's kind of been the story of the game so far. Run to the right side is stopped after a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 for Nixa now. Here at quarterback is number 19, Hudson Stallion. The sophomore is getting some time now to start the third quarter.
And in the backfield here we have number 23, Logan Willenborg.
Willenborg spins free and brings the defense with him. He gets up to the 43-yard line, gets the first down for Nixa, and Willenborg with a decent gain there.
Now Nixa moving up more and more with the backups. That QB, number 18, Connor Ferris.
Handoff up the middle is a quick burst outside by Willenborg, and his first 2 runs come up big as he gets a first down there. We look at the rushing this year. The Caster already has over 1,000 yards and tacked on even more from tonight. But Adams definitely over 100 yards now after the carries had tonight, as another good carry from Willenborg. I was just about to bring up his stats. He's only got 15, but definitely near 50 now after he's come out here and shown some flashes here.
Definitely a bit surprising. We've seen him the past couple games versus Lebanon and Kickapoo, but now he's really showing off and, like Brady said, showing those flashes at the varsity level. Now Nixa is considerably deep in Waynesville's territory.
Up the gut again, Willenborg finds a hole. With the defender on him, he is close to the first down marker, and they will give it to the Eagles' fresh set of downs brought on by Willenborg.
And that is 3 first downs in a row for Logan Willenborg, the running back. He's definitely been great so far, and now Nixa's backups has an opportunity here in the end zone to score. Red zone.
Weird handoff there, and Ferris will just keep it himself. Flag comes in on the far sideline, but Ferris was able to turn that play into a good run after a weird snap. We'll look down onto the field at the officials to see what the flag is.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
10-yard penalty for Nixa. Sends them back for first and long. As their run gets negated. The Eagles have put together a pretty good drive here to start the second half. We are 4 minutes into the second half. Willenborg with another carry, moves out right. He runs into his own blocker and just kind of takes a seat there. And there's a fumble, and it's going to return the other way by Waynesville. Turning on the Jets all the way down the field to the end zone. Touchdown, Waynesville. It looked like Willenborg was tackled there, but he is down with an injury. Waynesville gets their first score of the night. I think Willenborg got shaken up on that tackle there, and that caused him to drop the ball.
That was definitely quite unexpected there. Not what I was planning to see. Waynesville with a massive fumble recovery there for the touchdown. And we can see on the replay he runs into his own blocker, and they strip the ball from him and take it all the way to the end zone. And that is Waynesville's first score of the night.
So Waynesville gets a scoop and score for the touchdown there. Extra point for Waynesville is through the uprights and good from Alexander Valencia. Waynesville finds themselves on the scoreboard for the first time tonight.
Here, Nixa will come back onto the field on offense. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third quarter, and Waynesville has finally found themselves a way into the end zone. Great positive there. And now Nixa will be coming back onto the field for special teams. Receive the ball, and we'll see who will be in the backfield receiving.
And we are going to send it down to the sideline with Zoe Ward.
I'm Zoe Ward here at the Eagle Stadium. I've talked to so many players the past couple of weeks, and they've all said the same thing, that they are going to go to state. They're building their stack of evidence, especially tonight. So let's cheer these Eagles on. Back up to y'all in the booth.
Jameis Thornton and Quentin Mace back to receive for the Eagles. Valencia kicking off for the Tigers. Valencia high kick is caught around the 5-yard line. Mace bounces off the tackle and finds a hole here, moves upfield, and a big hit is delivered on the far sideline, but not before a good Nixa return from Quentin Mace.
And here, Nixa's offense will come back on to the field as the clock runs down. Great return there by Quentin Mace. Definitely a very speedy guy. Been an absolute dog for the JV. Here for the backfield, we'll have Connor Ferris and Jax Adams.
Mace in motion here. The handoff to Adams gets a 4-yard gain, and 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. Adams has had a productive night so far. with a touchdown and some good chunks of runs. Here's another give to Adams. Bounces outside, stops on a dime, and moves upfield as another flag comes in. Looking like this one will be on Nixa, based on the Waynesville reactions and what the officials
Holding.
are signaling.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat second.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty there for the Eagles. 2nd and 15. Through the middle there, and Waynesville gets a good stop for a minimal gain there, one of their first of the night, as Nixa faces a 3rd and 13 for their first time tonight. First time they've had a 3rd and long.
Nixa plotting something here to his first down. Quarterback here is Connor Ferris. We'll see if they attempt a pass here.
Hard count, gets the defense to jump. That's Ross on the far side, so Nixa will get 5 yards off of that.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
That's just a good snap count from Ferris, and you got to be more disciplined if you're on that defensive line. Ferris drops back the pass, pumps and looks downfield, almost cradles the ball, and their pass intended for Cross Potts just through his hands. And Nixa will send out the punt team on 4th and 7. Waynesville gets a stop.
And here punting, it will appear to be number 15, Austin White. And then in the backfield for Waynesville, number 6, MJ Green.
Skying punt here, takes a Nixa bounce inside of the 10, keeps on rolling and drops dead at the 8-yard line. Good punt from Austin White on that attempt.
Here comes the Waynesville Tigers offense onto the field.
And I think these are one of those wins, or one of these games, excuse me, for Waynesville that you just have to look at as something you can use to just build off as a team. Obviously, they're losing by 40 points right now, but after that scoop and score, you see the whole sideline going crazy. That's a culture you're building over there, getting the guys bought in. You know, they're still having high morale over a game that is out of reach. They're still getting excited over there, even on the big hit on the return. You know, you see all those guys pumping each other up, and that's just something you want to see from a team that may not be at their strongest point right now. But if they can keep building the culture that Coach Hill is trying to build and keep the spirits up, I think they have the recipe to become a better team in the next coming years.
Absolutely, and like I mentioned earlier, their freshman class has shown signs of promise for sure, so Waynesville definitely has a bright future ahead of them.
And here is a good run from Waynesville up to the 25-yard line. Ty Fay with the carry there.
And that'll be a first down for the Waynesville Tigers. Great run there. Settled at around the 25-yard line. We got less than 2.5 minutes of the third quarter.
Wells rolls out right again and dumps this one off over the middle. Would have been a pretty hefty gain there if a better pass from Wells was thrown, but that one was at Mitchell's feet.
Now it will be a second down for Waynesville, showing signs of promise here on this drive. Bit of a low pass there, but hopefully Waynesville is trying to recover from their mistake here into the second down.
Second and 10 for Waynesville. Ryder Wells moves left, evades the tackler. Crossbody throw is cut at the 45-yard line, and he's going to turn on the Jets and move upfield. He's going to go all the way to the house, and that is an amazing play for the Waynesville Tigers. And there we see them all getting hyped over there, just what we were talking about. And they get their second score of the game.
Touchdown there by number 17, Anthony Davis. And now that'll be Waynesville's second score of the night. And like Brady said, the cheerleaders are getting hype over there, definitely showing the culture that Coach Kill has built around this team.
Kick is good, and I think that pass game, or the run game there, they were able to establish it a bit, and that's something Coach Hill preached, and we talked about a bit earlier in the game. You know, you want to be efficient on the ground, and that's something that's definitely going to help your team become more of a threat, because then you can open up the playbook. And there, they were getting the ball going on the ground a bit. They were able to roll out left and throw a deep pass, and they scored. And that's just what you get from running an offense that is successful on the ground, and that's why I believe Nixa is so dominant as well. They're able to run the ball, so then you can keep the defense guessing and open up the playbook.
And now Nix's offense will come back onto the field after this kick return. In the backfield, we have number 9, James Thornton, and number 24, Quentin Mace. This is a great opportunity for the backups to get some experience in and also experiment with some new plays.
Brody Cross sends this one Nix's way. That's a pretty good kick there, and rolls for a touchback. Nix's offense returns to the field, but Waynesville has been doing some good things here. They got a scoop and score touchdown, a stop, and a passing touchdown. Although it's against Nix's backups, I mean, that's something you want to try to build off and look at film and see what you did well and try to implement that against the starters.
Absolutely. See what went well against Nixa, and then you can use that in the future and for other teams who have similar offensive styles.
Up the middle, and he stays on his feet. Adams there on the carry. First down for Nixa.
Now, less than a minute left in the third quarter, and we'll go to the fourth, very similar to this quarter. Here comes the play.
Ferris, handoff to Adams. Adams bounces it outside, and he's got some room to work with. Got two defenders on him, and he slips them both. Gets up near the 25-yard line. Adams with a great carry there. Flips the field for the Nixa offense.
And he'll land at about the 25-yard line, and we'll look to the replay here. He's able to cut outside and get past those men, break one tackle, two tackles, and then they'll finally get him down, but not before he gets first down and many, many more.
After the big run from Adams, they will give it back to him, and he runs in between the tackles there for another sizable gain. He's going to be close to the first down, just short, 2nd and 2. Near the end of the third quarter, we'll see if they just let it run out here, and it's looking like they will. This third quarter, Waynesville was able to come alive a bit. They got some defensive stops, showing some signs of hope and something to build off going into the fourth quarter and the rest of their season. But Nixa still leads 48-14. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this short break.
Don't fumble when it comes to your home comfort. Our air services team is on the ball with all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. We offer fast, same-day service, top quality products. Get in touch with us today and score your peace of mind.
Don't get nervous, call Air Services today.
All right, kids, call your parents. It is the beginning of the fourth quarter. Make sure that they are
We are
on
back for
their
fourth quarter
way.
action here. Nixa leads
Call your parents.
48-14. They are faced with a 2nd and 2 here on Waynesville's 17-yard line.
After some great runs here from Adams, we'll see if they continue to give it back to him and see if they'll be able to get it into the end zone.
Adams keeps the Pistons pumping and gets the first down there on that run.
And now Nixa in Waynesville's red zone, already up 48-14, but they're still hungry and looking for a score here.
And Nixa's just going to try to chew the clock here. So they are leading by a sizable amount. They ride the running back Adams outside, and he moves forward just a yard or two short of the marker for 2nd down and short.
And as the clock runs out, Nixa is very close to the end zone here as they are within goal range and still are able to get the first down here. So we'll see if Adams can score his 2nd touchdown of the night on this 2nd and 1.
They will ride with the back Adams, and he gets a good block inside and walks into the end zone. Jax Adams punches it in for the 2nd time tonight.
That will be Nixa's 8th score of the game, now leading by 6 scores. And for the kick will be Timothy Mann. Holding will be Peyton Cheney, and the long snapper will be Hudson Stelling.
Kick is up and good from Timothy Mann. He hits his 2nd one tonight. And Nixa takes the lead 55-14. Just a minute into this fourth quarter. Here's a look at that replay. It's just amazing blocks from the right tackle and guard. That pole blocker there and opens up the seam right for Adams.
Now Waynesville has other opportunity to score as they've been able to put 2 touchdowns on the board, one being a massive fumble and the other being a great pass there. So Waynesville hoping to put some more points on the board and get their 3rd score of the night.
10 minutes and 42 seconds left. Waynesville has looked better this second half, but Nixa still leads by a large amount.
Here on the kickoff will be Timothy Mann.
MJ Green back to return once again, and Timothy Mann kicking off for Nixa. Muff the punt, and Nixa will jump on it, and that is just, if you could sum up the game in one play for Waynesville, I think that would be it. Chris Henniger, the linebacker, jumps on the punt there, or on the muff kick there, and Nixa will take over on offense with excellent field position.
Not a great situation here for Waynesville. I was talking about how they might take this opportunity to get some points on the board, but it now looks like Nixa is back on the field. And in the backfield, a bit of a change. Number 19, Hudson Stilling, and number 30, Joshua Ford.
Ford gets his first carry of the night, and he sheds a tackle and moves out of bounds. Ford had a lengthy touchdown run last game against Kickapoo. He was able to take it nearly 50 yards for the score, as he gets a decent carry of 5 there. And you look at Waynesville, and I think the main problem for them has just been turnovers. You know, one of the things that Coach Hill preached is that you've got to take care of the ball, and they're just not doing that tonight with 6 turnovers as a total. And Ford moves forward and picks up the first down.
And we've seen runs from everyone tonight. We've seen great runs from McCaster, from Willenborg, from Adams, and now from Ford. All 4 running backs that we've seen over these past couple of weeks have played in this game and done exceptionally well. So Nixa now gets the first down in Waynesville's end zone.
First and 10 for Nixa. Ford gets another carry up the field and slips forward to the 10-yard line. But, you know, Coach Dalton Hill, one of the main things he said, that ball control is one of the main goals on offense. And whenever you're giving up 6 turnovers, that's just simply not getting the job done, especially if that's one of the main things you want to focus on. And I believe, especially on that first drive, they had something going, and they were just not able to take control or take care of the ball. They fumbled, and it kind of just set up the rest of the game for them as it all went downhill.
That is definitely something that they need to look out for as they continue with the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
Here's a positive play for Waynesville as Ford is met in the backfield and dragged back for a big loss there by Tyrick Allen. Makes the good play there. And Nixa, I just feel like every time we watch them, they just keep looking more efficient. I mean, today the starters walked out there, scored on 1 play, and then it's just effortless from there. I mean, it's almost like it looks like they're not even trying. And I just think it's that, you know, they keep getting these they were hardened by the first 5 games of the season. They played those tougher teams, and then now they're used to the competition, and here they're just able to dominate against these other teams.
Now it is a 4th down for Nixa. It's appearing that they will go for it as Stilling and Ford are still on the field as long as the rest of the offense. 4th and manageable here, so we will see what they opt for.
And Fumble there. Bad handoff from Stelling is jumped on by the Waynesville defense. And they will get a turnover there. And we will send it down to DK Nelson on the sideline.
Welcome back. I'm DK Nelson here at Eagle Stadium in Nixa, Missouri. The Eagles are up 55-14 with just about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The young guys got in, like Coach Perry said. Eagles are looking to go home with a win tonight.
For the report, this handoff is stopped in the backfield by the Nixa front lines for a loss of 1. Second down and 11 now.
And a positive play there for Nixa's backups. As the clock runs out, 5 minutes, 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nixa will secure the victory. Here is Waynesville's play.
Another give blown up in the backfield by the Nixa defensive line. They're really eating up front now. And we're going to throw a QR code up on the screen here. You can either scan it or look up nixa.red/nlive. Help support our stream. We want to improve it for you guys, the viewers, and it helps us. Cameras, batteries, mics, you name it. It'll help us create a better product for you guys. So there it is again, the QR code, or nixa.red/nlive. It helps us a ton, and we would appreciate the support. Rolling out right, Wells dumps it off for Ross, and he is wrapped up at the 16. We move close to 4 minutes left in this game. It's going to be 4th and 10 for Waynesville. We take.
Waynesville with a 4th down here, 3 minutes, 48 seconds.
Here they're going to punt the ball, a little bit of a short punt from the quarterback. It's going to be fielded by Cheney. He's going to try to do something with this one, and he will get up to the 45-yard line. Now we're going to take a look at tonight's crew. Myself, Brady Richard on play-by-play, Carter Zaromsky, color analyst, and you've heard from DK and Zoe tonight on the sideline. Cam 1, the wide shot cam, the one you've been looking at most of this game. That's McKenna Lee, Cooper Levan on camera 2. And on the field, we got Henley Dugan, Logan Sloan, and Tanner Cole. On graphics, Eli Ziga, Brayley Warden as our graphics assistant, Evan Brett on replay. As Adams gets a handoff here, moves forward to the first down marker, and we'll round out our crew with Nolan Devine on video board and Rowan Havis operating our PTZ camera. Thank you guys tonight for helping make a great stream in this game. Nixa's just going to let this clock wind down here. And closer to the end of the game. Adams swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Jax Adams gets the first down on the short run there. Now less than 2 minutes on the clock. Keeps running down. And just to wrap up the crew, we have producer Jordan Burns, assistant producer Aiden Hopkins, director Landon Atchison, and assistant director Cale Moore.
Adams outside carry, uses his speed to move upfield and may have picked up the first down there. That would have been a heck of a play from Adams if he's able to do that. And he looks like he's just going to be inches short.
Clock with 1 minute, 8 seconds left.
The Eagles next week, after they wrap this one up, are going to head over and take on the Ozark Tigers in the backyard brawl at Ozark. That'll be a fun game to watch. Been a rivalry for forever now. Nix has dominated the past couple years, but Ozark has had their moments in history as well. It's been back and forth for sure. Nix is going to come out in victory formation here as these waning seconds come around. Our players of the game for tonight, our offensive one is going to be Adam McKnight, and our defensive one is going to be Wyatt Mabe. Adam had some great passes tonight for scores, leading his offense for sure, and Wyatt Mabe, I mean, you watched him, 2 interceptions, definitely his best game so far this season. He's played amazing tonight. So Nixa takes down the Waynesville Tigers, 55-14. They got it done all around. They were spectacular, offense, defense, you name it. And they will come and meet at center field as Nixa moves to 7-0 and Waynesville moves to 0-7. Stick around for some game highlights, obviously our interviews with Adam McKnight and Wyatt Mabe, and we'll be back in the booth in just a little bit after those. Stay tuned.
The Nixa Live broadcast crew, they've got the game highlights playing on the Jumbotron.
And there were your game highlights presented by Central Bank. Now we're going to send it down to the sideline with DK Nelson and Zoe Ward with players of the game Adam McKnight and Wyatt Mabe.
How did you feel getting the 2 interceptions tonight?
It felt great. Yeah, it felt great.
Yeah, we love to hear that. What are you going to do to prepare for your next game on Friday?
Just practice hard. Just go full 100% the whole time. So.
Yes. Well, we can't wait to see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm DK Nelson here with Offensive Player of the Game, Adam McKnight. Adam, 2 long touchdown passes early in this game. What was clicking on offense?
Pretty much everything. We couldn't really be stopped anywhere, and it was just a quick and easy night.
Yeah, and like you said, quick and easy. Watching from the sidelines most of the game, what'd you like from the JV guys?
I like how they're working hard. I mean, they're playing hard, which is awesome. The defense did really well. Offense, we got to hold on to the ball a little bit better, but overall, we did pretty good. Jax Adams had a really good game, too.
Yeah, and looking on towards the rest of the season, what are you looking forward to?
Winning a lot more games and going back to state. That'd be the ultimate goal and what we strive for every day, so we're excited.
Thank you, Adam, and good luck.
Thank you, DK and Zoe, for your post-game interviews with your players of the game. Nixa comes out on top 55-14. Tonight they are victorious over Waynesville. Be sure to stay tuned for next week as Nixa travels to Ozark for the Backyard Brawl. But for tonight, from producer Jordan Birds, assistant producer Aiden Hopkins, and the rest of the Nixa Live crew, Carter Zaromsky and myself, Brady Richard, we're signing off. Say thank you and good night.
Air Services is ready to install your ultimate game day upgrade. Make your home the MVP of your neighborhood with Gemstone Lights. Create custom patterns, animations, and colors. Get Gemstone Lights today and take your outdoor lighting game to the next level.
Don't get nervous, call Air Services today.
And thank you again, United Plumbing. Always a treat. Thank you guys for being great sponsors here at Nixa High School. Coming up momentarily, 5th quarter, we're going to see more of the Nixa Crimson Core.